Hello everybody, CW here. It's a Sunday noontime and I've wandered my way down here to my reloading room and I want to contribute, I want to get involved with this 5 Knives in 5 Days little series that Hobby's Hobo Mike has thought up. We've been talking, and I mentioned to him that I think I'm ready to start doing videos, and I think I'm strong enough to do some simple stuff, although I can't do reloading or casting yet. But I've been wanting to do knife videos for quite a while. I guess you'd say I'm a collector. I really like them. I'm a big fan of Stag, leather wrapped, traditional styles, as well as some really ultra modern stuff that I really appreciate. I've got a few manufacturers that I really like and I really hover to. There's other ones that I also really like, but I can't afford too much from them, so I only have a couple, Randalls and such like that. They're just upper echelon, really quality knives, and they bring a big premium. So unless you bought them many moons ago, they're pretty cost prohibitive. And if you do buy them, you don't dare do anything with them because they're so darn expensive. So while I'm a fan, I'm probably a bigger fan of stuff that I can buy that's quality and use and not worry about destroying the value on or depleting its quality. So anyway, let's get started here. I've had this one for a while. It's a cold steel knife, and I picked it up on eBay. It was pretty much a basket case. The model is darn it, sorry. The model is a SRK, and it's a good sized knife. It's probably a 6-inch blade, and what you're seeing is not as they come. This has been customized. This particular one is an earlier one, and as you can see here, if you can read this, let's see if I can remember how to zoom this in. It is a Carbon V or Carbon 5 cold steel, of course made in USA, which is one of the big things I like about cold steel. Now they do have a Chinese line, they have a better Chinese line, they have a Japanese line, and they have an American line. And they're really all good quality knives. It's just what you want to spend and what you need. But talking about this one here, these come with a coating. I'll try and zoom you back out. A coating on the blade. It's not really very pretty, but it is practical. It protects the blade, and it stops corrosion. And if you look here really close, you can still see some of it. Now I went through and the grips were ratty. They're nasty. They're like a rubber. They're kind of like this, They work really well when they're new, and they work really well if you take care of them. It's a good utility non-slip handle. These are all cold steels that I'll show you later. I got piles of knives in front of me that are just favorites, trying to decide. I was just texting Mike telling him I got a stone wall. I don't know what to put in the video because I got so many I want to share and I like. And so anyway, back on this one. So it had that kind of handle on it, and it was a bugger to get off because I wanted Stag. And this is not as pretty as I envisioned. It's just a piece of an elk antler, and it looks okay, but it feels really good. It fits my hand really, really good. there's like a little bit of a dish here that takes that back, you know, your muscle there in the palm under your pinky. It just fits that really well, and it sticks really well, and it's a good sized grip, and it's a little bit flared back here, so it's, you know, makes it more difficult to pull out of your hand. And then we tapered it here to fit. This is a factory guard that comes with the knife from the factory, and then it goes all the way through. The steel goes all the way through, and it comes all the way out almost to the end here, where we filled it back in with epoxy and chips from all this that we ground down, mixed it all up in a slurry and packed it back in here, and then filed it and ground it again, because that's, I don't know if you can see the shine on it, but that's pretty flat. So it's not beautiful what you think of when you think of a ivory hand, I mean antler handle, but stag handle. But it is truly what it is, and it's in there. Now it's just epoxied, there's no pin, but it was such a nice tight fit, and it can all the way to the back. I envisioned putting a pin through back here where it would be away from and not take away from anything, but I never did. I think it's going to be fine. It's held up fine for years. And I got all that black stripped off. So let me get a oilcloth here. Give it a wipe. It's pretty shiny, but it's not 100% gloss. You can see some of the pits out here. Not really pits per se. The steel was never polished out because they put that coating on it, and you don't have to get it perfect because you can see the grind marks where they made the blade. You don't need to make it perfect when you put a coating on it. The coating covers everything up. But it's a nice big thick spine, a nice big thick piece of steel. And Carbon V is one of their better grades. And it's sharp like a razor. I never did sharpen the back up, but I did bring it so that it can be sharpened. So it's not a fake back. It's sharp right there. So, you know, if you were to lift with it, it'll slice. But it's a hunting knife, and it came with I think it came with this kind of a sheath, which is pretty good utilitarian, but it's just fugly as sin. Here's a better sheath that Cold Steel made for a few years. It's like a ballistic nylon, but it's still not leather. It needs to be leather. So I don't know where the sheath went, but I got a hold of our friend Mark Thomas a few months back, and I told him what I didn't like, and really my only two wants in the sheath were a darker color and something that I could use multiple ways. Horizontal on my belt, horizontal on a pack strap, or, you know, up and down on a pack strap, something that I could lash to a pack or a backpack or something along those lines. And I wanted something that was secure because I may be, you know, mounting it this way. And he actually went way overboard and sent me like 3 sheaths, and they're all beautiful, all beautiful. I've got the other ones put away. I don't have them out here, but basically these are full wraparound straps. So you can wrap this around a pack strap or your belt. And they come all the way around the front and they snap on. And it's a good thick piece of leather. Really nice. Smells great. I've treated this with neat's foot oil once. And the knife goes in here really nice. And this wraps right around and snaps on really nice and tight. So it's a really nice secure sheath. Lets me get a good handle on the knife. Even when it's in the sheath, I can pop it. I can get it right out. So perfect application for what I wanted. I really wished he'd put his stamp on it so he can claim some fame here, but he didn't do it. Maybe I'll send it back to him because I'm going to have more sheaths made, and I'll get him to put his stamp on there, even though he didn't really want to. But he did such a nice job. He should get some claim to fame here. So anyway, we're 10 minutes in, and I'm just babbling. But here's the first knife in my 5 knives in 5 days video, and it's one of my favorites. I haven't got a big chance to use it since the new sheath yet, and hopefully I'll be able to strap it on a pack this year, but that's still up to Jesus, so we'll see what happens. All right, everybody. God bless. CW.